After the Kyler news broke, a lot of people immediately brought up Lamar. So, Bart, should the Ravens offer Lamar a fully guaranteed contract?
That's not how the Baltimore Ravens operate. You know, as a member of the Baltimore Ravens for 7 years, I know exactly how they operate because I had 2 negotiations with them. And listen, you know, Deshaun Watson is a outlier. His 230 guaranteed is because he went to a team that had to outbid everybody to get his services because we knew that he was going to be moved and we knew that you had to give up commitments and give up draft picks. I mean, Lamar Jackson, what I would say if I'm Lamar Jackson, okay, if Kyler Murray set the floor, then and Deshaun Watson sets the ceiling, then I need something in between because I believe I'm a better player than Kyler Murray. I'm an MVP. I'm more accomplished. I need about 25% more guarantees on that, which will put him at about like 185, 190, which will still shatter and be $30 million or $40 million more than Aaron Rodgers, who we consider as the best quarterback in the league. But the Ravens don't operate that way. When Lamar Jackson plays a brand of football that could potentially get injured, and they will never handcuff themselves that way long term. That's not how Ozzie operated, and Eric DeCoste is a descendant of him. You know what I mean? So I don't think they'll ever do that.
Robert?
Bart.
Oh, go ahead, Kim.
So, Bart, you know I love you. We spent a lot of time together with the Jets, but the question was not, what do the Ravens do typically? The question was, should the Ravens give Lamar Jackson a fully guaranteed contract? And the answer is yes. Because you know what? You would never have thought the Browns would give out a fully guaranteed contract ever until Deshaun Watson came around, and that's what they did. So you know what? Lamar Jackson is a special, special player. Not just, he literally is that offense. They have designed everything around him, and we talk about Kyler getting the bag. Good for him. I really am all about players getting the bag, right? But Lamar Jackson, when you hear coaches talk about this guy does things the right way, he is all about team. He puts team first. It is not about him. Lamar Jackson is the type of player that I want to see taken care of. Not because I'm a Ravens fan, but because he literally goes out and wants to win. Now, unfortunately, I am not his agent, so I cannot say, here's $230 million. That is our only. That is our like basement. That's the floor. I want that because if Deshaun Watson is out here getting that kind of money, best believe Lamar Jackson deserves that.
Can I say a little known secret within the NFL? It's certain organizations that has to go outside. It's certain organizations that has to operate outside of the normal parameters, right? The reason that the receiver market is all crazy because Jacksonville went Jacksonville and paid Christian Kirk. So every receiver was like, oh, Christian Kirk got that. There's no way in hell I'm signing for this, right? So, like, Cleveland is one of those organizations that have to operate like that. Used to be the Raiders, had to operate like that. Like, the Ravens aren't going to operate like that. And what's wrong with $190 million guaranteed? Like, is that an insult?
No, I'm just trying to count the amount of eye rolls by both Kimberly and Robert in this segment.
Don't get your eyes stuck. That's what my mom used to say.
I am so mad at Bart right now. I'm so mad.
Robert?
Let me get in this thing. Hey, Kimberly, you went and you did your thing. You got after Bart because, listen, in all due respect, Bart, you are not Lamar Jackson, okay? So I don't care about your negotiations with the Baltimore Ravens. Guess what?
I
played for the Baltimore Ravens for 3 years. I know exactly how they negotiate.
You're a rental.
And Lamar Jackson is the most valuable guy. Lamar Jackson is the most valuable guy that they have and have had over the last 10, 15 years.
Ray Lewis, Ed Reed,
MVP. Everything they do on offense runs through Lamar Jackson. So for you to say, hey, certain teams in the league have to do business a certain way, there might be some validity to that. But it all comes down to the player. And Lamar Jackson is more valuable to the city of Baltimore and the Baltimore Ravens there than he would be anywhere else. So the Ravens do need to do something, and I'll even take it a step further. It's a 6-year, $325 million contract. That's what Lamar Jackson should sign. It should be fully guaranteed, and he should reset the market for quarterbacks because he's that valuable to the Baltimore Ravens.
Sorry, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Jonathan Ogden. RG3 knows not what he says because he was he wasn't a homegrown.
Bart,
he wasn't born there.
Bart.
I don't have to be Bart. I don't have to be a homegrown Baltimore Raven, and I'm not going to come into this and try to make it personal. You try to make it personal all the time with me and the Ravens. I don't really care about that. The facts are this: Lamar Jackson is more valuable to the Baltimore Ravens than Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Jonathan Ogden, and any other Baltimore Raven you can bring up. Why? Because he's the quarterback. He is the quarterback, and he is the guy that they went all in on. Everything they do is surrounded around Lamar Jackson. They should pay him big money, 6 years, $325 million, and you can go cry to the bank afterwards.
The emotions are heavy on a Friday.
Yeah. Listen, Johnny Unitas and Ray Lewis, only two people with statues out there. Pump your brakes, RG3.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.